Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back again to Snacks Thoughts. I say welcome again to Snacks Thoughts. Yes, indeed, I'm back again. And let me put this disclaimer out there right now. For anyone that may be a Trump supporter, this video or this podcast is not to offend anyone that is a Trump supporter. So I'm putting that out there right now. But what is my thought for tonight? Well, I'm quite sure some of you probably saw the news of what Donald Trump suggested as far as disinfectant, inside the body and possibly getting UV light. And so, what I'm going to name this podcast, I'm going to name this one DJ Trump's Famous Cocktail. Yes, DJ Trump's Famous Cocktail. And what does that cocktail consist of? That cocktail is made of disinfectant with a splash of UV light. Now, what happened is I saw the article on NBC News, and a friend of mine sent me something from MSNBC also, in which I'll post a link of I think they had a video and the article on NBC News. But this doctor, I believe her name was Dr. Birch, when he made that statement at his one of his press conference about, and I do believe that at the time he was serious, even though now he's trying to walk it back and say that it was just sarcasm. But I highly doubt that. I mean, you have to take a look at the press conference for yourself. But he was recommending to utilize disinfectants such as Lysol and others for people to inject themselves with disinfectant so it can get inside the body and the airways and the lungs to kill the virus, with the ability to put ultraviolet rays inside the body to kill off the virus. Now, I am not one for for clowning anybody, but I mean, you have to stay in your lane, and especially in his position. You're the president of the United States, so that's why you have experts and people around you and in your cabinet that are able to do the things that you can't and don't have knowledge of. And he needs to utilize those individuals that are around him, and as a president of the United States, before he makes certain statements or bold assumptions, he needs to inquire to those that are that have expertise in these areas. But the look on that doctor's face, when the way she was looking at him, she didn't say anything, but the look on her face was like, she was just like, somebody needs to sit him down. But the crazy part about it is that when he made this statement, there were people that actually did call Lysol, and Lysol immediately had to issue out a statement to tell people in no shape or form to ingest or to take any form of disinfectant or their products inside the human body. Now, I mean, I have some Lysol here. Let me read this. I did read it before, and this is in the fine print. Now, what it says, it gives, a precautionary statement. And it says that in a precautionary statement, hazardous to humans and domestic animals. And it also warns that after handling Lysol's products, especially stuff that's in their aerosol or other disinfectants, to make sure that you wash your hands with water and soap thoroughly before eating and drinking. It also warns that this Lysol and other disinfectants as well are eye irritants. And what it says is that if it gets in to your eyes. You're supposed to hold it open and rinse it out for 15 to 20 minutes with some water, and then for further treatment, seek poison control or a doctor. Now, I don't recollect Donald Trump going to medical school and coming out with a doctorate, or being a going to medical school and being a doctor in anything. I mean, what, maybe the doctor of Twitter, but anyway, I call it Trump's famous DJ Trump's famous cocktail. Hey, get you some a couple of shots of disinfectant, and with a splash and a twist, of ultraviolet rays, and stick an umbrella in it, But I mean, come on now, you really have to be careful of what you say, because believe it or not, as crazy as it sounds to those of us with common sense, there are some people, as you can see, that actually called Lysol that will actually follow this guy, and this is no disrespect, to our president, but it's like, ooh, my goodness, and then on top of that, once he puts these crazy statements out that he actually meant, and then he wants to try to backtrack it or walk it back when he realizes that he humiliated himself, and his team. And so my thing is this, if you, at some point, you have to own your stuff. If you know that you messed up and that you're wrong, just come clean and be honest and say, hey, you know what? I was wrong on that, and then you can walk it back, but you gotta take accountability. And I honestly feel that is the one thing that he does not want to do, is take accountability or responsibility for his actions or what he says and does. And in the position that he is in, hey, he has no choice. He wanted the spotlight and wanted to be a reality TV show like The Apprentice. Well, and here you go. You got it. And he has found himself in one of the toughest situations that he didn't expect to, and no anybody did. And I don't wish that upon any president or any leader, But I tell you what, pride, life has a way of humbling you when you are full of pride. So you have to be careful not to write checks with your mouth that your behind can't cash. And you best believe he's writing a whole bunch of checks that his booty can't cash, and it's starting to catch up to him. And all he's doing is spiraling himself, digging just a deeper hole in a deeper ditch. It's always been said that if you don't have anything good to say, or if you don't know what you're talking about, then it's best to be quiet until you get some knowledge, and you study up on it before you speak about it. If that's not your area of expertise, then you need to leave that alone. Now, and the reason why I say it's really dangerous, because from his position, everybody in the world sees him and knows who he is, and there will be some people that would follow him off a cliff. Some people are sheep. But yes, indeed, DJ Trump's famous cocktail. Inject yourself with some disinfectant and find a way to get the ultraviolet rays inside your body. I mean, I'm quite sure people would rather, if they're going to inject themselves with something, I think they'd rather have their drug of choice. I mean, some maybe would like some weed with some embalming fluid, or with that endo or hydro. Some may like some lean, that cough syrup and Sprite. I mean, I'm quite sure people like a whole lot of other things that they like to take in if they're going to get cured. Some Percocet, But I mean, wow, that took the cake right there. But when I saw it, I'm going to be honest. I mean, I bust out laughing. I was like, wow. I mean, DJ Trump strikes again. Whew, my goodness. I mean, if you ever need, a good laugh or maybe somebody to stir up some controversy, man, he is definitely the one to do it. But this is the first I've ever heard of that. But I will leave I'll leave the link in the description so you can actually view the article and the video for yourself. But if you've seen the look on that lady doctor, Dr. Birch's face when he said this, oh my goodness, a picture is worth 1,000 words. That's all I can say. But that is all I have for this podcast. Just something brief. You know, again, the name of this podcast is DJ Trump's Famous Cocktail. Hey, if he ever becomes a bartender, I don't want him making my drinks. You know. Anywho, the name of this channel or podcast is Snacks Thoughts. That's SNAKZTHOUGHTS. So please subscribe to it. Please share Snacks Thoughts. And I also have a YouTube channel. That's Eric Broadus YouTube. That's ERICBROADUS YouTube or ericbroadusyoutube.com. So go over to my YouTube channel. Tap that bell to subscribe and get future subscriptions, podcasts, live streams, and share Eric Broadus YouTube as well. Push it out. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. And you can find my Snacks Thoughts. You can find me on Anchor, Radio PBM, Spreaker. I mean, there's just a host on SoundCloud. There's a host of social media platforms that you can find me on iTunes. So come check me out. And I thank you guys for your time. Thanks for listening, you know. But thank you again. And again, the name of this podcast on this episode is called DJ Trump's Famous Cocktail. All right. That's all I got, guys. Peace out. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.